low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Post game sports. Y'all know what it is. We appreciate y'all's support. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, subscribe to the channels. And I'm here with some very special people. I got my main man, Rob, at WTP for life. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great this evening, bro. Good to be on the show with you tonight. Thanks for having me. But I feel fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. And I got the homie, One Take Zaya. How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm good. I'm Gucci. What up with y'all?
Chilling, chilling. You know what it is. We just running down some NBA playoff talk, a little NFL news to keep the people in tune with the channels. You know how we do it. Nobody do it better. So, fellas, the LA Lakers, they probably should have lost three in a row, but they lose two in a row to the Houston Rockets without KD nonetheless. My first question on the docket is, I'm going to go to you on this, Rob. Are the Lakers in big trouble after dropping two straight against the Rockets?
Man, are the Lakers in trouble after dropping two straight? I'm going to say no. Simply because LeBron James is going to have a conversation with the locker room and with the players around him and let them know, listen, this is what's at stake. We got to go out here in game 6 and wrap this thing up. Get it over with. Don't allow Kevin Durant and that Houston Rocket team to have any more life. We got to squash them right now, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think the Lakers are going to do that when they play the Rockets again.
Okay. So, one take Zaya, are the Lakers in big trouble after dropping two straight games against the Rockets?
I smell trouble. Yeah, man. This is going game 7, bro. I don't think we're gonna go on to Houston and beat them. Uh is Durant is playing next game? Is that what you was hinting at?
No, I believe Durant will be out.
Yeah, I don't even think it really matter for real. I think they just gonna be riding off the home court. But if he play, we really not gonna beat them. But uh it don't even really matter, bro. It's gonna be OKC in 5 against whoever they play next series. These dudes is just on another level. So it really kind of doesn't matter. I mean, we don't want to see LeBron James go out in the first round. Well, most people do. I don't care. But we don't want to see LeBron James go out in the first round. But they're about to run into, and whoever wins, going to run into a buzzsaw. But we in trouble, bro. We in trouble, man. And the reason why I will say we in trouble too is because AR coming back and shooting 16 shots, it just kind of chemically threw off the whole balance of the offense, low key. Like where Luke Kennard wasn't playing aggressive, we still got the same kind of production out of Marcus Smart. I kind of felt like, but I just think chemically the balance is just off. So, you know, you get them young boys, man. You get them some energy. They going back to the crib. You give them a little confidence. Now they feel like they talking like they the better team. They saying they the better team. That's all the injection they needed. Yeah, we should feel like we in trouble right now.
Fellas, I do believe my Los Angeles Lakers are in trouble. And I'll tell you why. Their best player is 40 plus years old. I know AR is back, but he need time to shake the rust off, get back into his rhythm. Zay mentioned the role players and them not playing up to expectations. I think Charles Barkley hinted to this that when LeBron isn't playing well, that the role players don't get the open looks that they need to be effective in the playoffs. So if LeBron James is out of gas due to his age and just tired, can't get it done like he normally used to, then the Lakers are in big trouble, which leads to my next question, Zay. Who wins game 6?
Oh yeah, I kind of said it. I think the Rockets is gonna win. I'll be on DraftKings. We ain't got the old Monday show, the gambling show. But if y'all was ever tuned in to the Monday show with me and Poe, take the Rockets. The spread probably is gonna be a little crazy. Just take it on the money line, though. Just take it on the money line, people.
What you got on that, Rob? Who wins game 6?
Well, I think I said it too. I got the Lakers winning this next game, man. I just can't see LeBron James and the veteran that he is, especially if they playing with no KD. He is not letting them go out like no suckers like that. LeBron James and this Laker team will win game 6 because my GOAT, LeBron James, is going to make it happen. I'm quite sure he's going to take an extra energy drink or something because he ain't going to be tired in this game 6.
Yeah, I mean, this would just be – I know the Lakers are a little bit shorthanded, but so is Houston. This would be a huge collapse and a big stain on LeBron James' career if they're able to come back and knock the Lakers off. Y'all agree with that or not?
Nah, I can't agree with that because, a lot of people were saying, okay, like once this series went up 3-0, they were saying, oh, look at LeBron. Oh, he got to be the GOAT if he get the Lakers past Houston. So I can't knock him even if he lost his series because I'm under the whole thought process of when did we start judging GOATs off of their first rounds? We don't judge them on that. We judge them on the finals. What are they doing in the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, or the NBA Finals? We don't judge them off the first round.
Amen. You got anything on that, Rob? Will this be a stain on LeBron's career if he loses this series?
Nah, because listen, the guy is 40 plus years old. It cannot be a stain on the record of a guy who is playing the best out of any old man ever in the history of the game. It's not going to be anything a negative on his record. He to go, in my opinion.
We got T1 of City League TV in the building. How you feeling this evening, homie?
Feeling great, fellas. Feeling great. What it do?
What it do? What it do?
What it do?
Appreciate you joining, man. You might as well chime in now. Would losing this series after being up 3-0 put a stain on LeBron James's career?
I mean, if that was to happen, no, nobody's gonna blame LeBron. He's too old. But the NBA is not gonna let that happen. But if we were going to play the what if, I don't think that they would put a stain or anything because he's actually still playing at the highest level of any 40-year-old NBA player. So, no, I don't think so.
So
what
was
y'all take on it?
This is what I heard from all three of y'all. So LeBron James plays well. Nobody brings up his age. He plays bad, and now everyone is saying it's playing a 40-year-old card. Which one is it, fellas?
Hey, Post, I like that. And that is what happens. And that's exactly what I just did. That's exactly what I just did. So, man, you got me on that one. I'll take the L with that one because that's exactly what I just did. And that's exactly what just happened.
I listen. I can't take no L on that, T1. Hold on, slow down, fam.
Nah,
Listen,
that was
he
true. That was true. One take.
no, partially, but I mean, he is old and he was playing well the first few games. You know what I mean? And I even came on stream was like, I gotta give Bron credit. He working hard out there. Woo 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 woo. But if he fumble, don't get it twisted. I ain't gonna hold it towards him in the GOAT debate, but I'm also gonna illuminate Bron. You didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? If it's Bron that don't show up, I'm gonna illuminate that he didn't show up. And he didn't show up the last game. But the good thing is it's still 2 possible games where you can make it out of the first round. I don't never give Bron no pass.
Cool. You got anything, Rob?
Of course I do. Nate Schrader, you are absolutely correct. LeBron James is the GOAT. Listen, man, whatever LeBron do, good or bad, I ain't blaming it on his age. I ain't blaming it on nothing because I'm always going to say that LeBron James is the best player to ever play in the game, basketball, in the NBA, or at any other level, probably. Listen, I'm not ever going to say it's his age or any of that because this man is doing something that we have never seen a 40-something-year-old do outside of Tom Brady in the NFL.
Hey,
So
and
it's his fault if they blow. It's his fault if they blow the lead. Then
No, it ain't. It's going to be he didn't have no help.
Hold on. I thought we were talking about the
6, man.
greatest. I thought we were talking about the greatest person just ever, and he's still playing at a high level all time. Although we seen, lose a little bit of those movements when he has the ball in his hand, because a lot of times when you see him going straight ahead, it's like he's still almost 23, 24 years old when he's going straight ahead with nobody bothering him. It's only when he's dribbling and people get close to him that he looks old. But outside of that, a lot of times you see LeBron out there and you have to scratch your head and try to figure out how old is he doing things like that. But yeah, if you're saying he's the GOAT, I'm putting it on him.
See, this is the thing. Like, I don't mind people. I don't care whoever you think is the GOAT is the GOAT. But stuff like this, how is it his fault? He willed them 3-0. Role players got to step up. Why is it never his fault, bro?
But who helped him get the my fault post? But who helped him get the 3-0? Like a lot of times I don't be understanding. They be acting like LeBron is all 5 players out there.
Bro, it's never his fault. He can go 0 for 30. They will always say it's the role players.
Yeah, hey, hold on. We got to highlight one specific thing, T1. When LeBron was having them good games and not having 20 points and was 9 for 20 from the field and 0 from 6 from the 3-point line, and he had better numbers, those role players was able to step their game up because of what LeBron was doing. So the head of the snake has always been a real thing. And if you're the head of the snake and you're not playing well, and you're seeing it with your team right now, but we'll get to that.
Y'all got anything else on?
Yeah, I mean, we do know that it always the head person always gets the credit, and then in most cases when it comes to LeBron, anytime that they lose, it goes to somebody else. It's away from LeBron. He had a triple-double, but they're not paying attention to the 7 turnovers he had and the turnovers he had in crucial moments and things like that. So, this LeBron thing is just something within its own self that we've never seen, including the criticism.
For sure. Well, let's move on, fellas, unless y'all got something else. Cade Cunningham and Ben Carroll put up 45 points in Game 5 with the Pistons getting the W. Will the Pistons come back and win this series? One take. Start us off.
Hell nah, man. They ain't getting 50, damn near 50 out of Cade every night. That's the only way that's gonna happen. And man, was them dudes on the heater last night. You know they the same age. They've been doing this since AAU days. That's what Payalo said in the press conference. But hell nah. You know, when you look at these rosters, this is one thing that is very clear. And you know, when you look at rosters, sometimes it can give you an early breakdown of what's to come. When you look at Detroit's roster, like really, like who can really score the rock for real? Like you see Cade, and you may see Schroeder, you know what I mean? And you know, Jenkins had a good regular season. But when you look at Orlando's roster matched up compared to Detroit, they got dudes. I mean, you talking about Payalo, you talking about Desmond Bain, you got Franz Wagner on the right, you got Wendell Carter, you got different names on the roster. So when you stacking it up on paper and you looking at it side by side, you just looking like, why would we have even picked Detroit in the first place? You know, because when you get to playoffs, it's all about matchups. It's all about matchups. And really, paper-wise, I mean, I didn't pick Orlando, don't get it twisted. I didn't pick Orlando to win this series, but damn, was I messing up? I should have looked at that from the jump and was like, it's just more dudes on the other side.
T1, what you got, baby?
I'm not with one take on this one, man. And he left out that Detroit had a great season this year. You know, and there's only one reason why they're the number one seed in the East, and I'm not going to say it's because the East is down, because you still have some pretty good teams in the East, but for Detroit to come from where they came from and get that number one seed, I'm just more shocked of Detroit being behind in this series. I'm more shocked than anything, and I believe that they can come back if they just get it together. I think that Orlando shocked them early in this season. They got behind, and I think that they can come back in this series.
What you got, Rob?
Man, it's the reason why Detroit is the number one seed in the East, and the reason why the Orlando Magic is number 8. Orlando Magic, you should have ended this thing when you had a chance. It's too late now. Detroit is about to win these next 2 games, and they're going to take this series, man, because those guys at Detroit, they got life now, and they realize we can beat this team. Even if Cade and my man Bronchero got to drop 45, that's what they're going to do. They're going to win this series, bro. Listen, y'all going to think I'm Nostradamus.
All right. Well, my man, one take. I would be with you, man, if Franz Wagner was playing the next game. Franz Wagner being out, I think Detroit gonna find a way to get the job done, and they're gonna tie this series up 3-3, and they're eventually gonna take it home in 7 games. Any closing thoughts on this matchup? Okay, T1, jump us off. Will Cleveland take down the Raptors in Game 6?
Man, you're gonna make me go first. You try to put the pressure on me post game, and I don't want to jinx my squad, man. The home team has dominated this series, and like I said, and we let Game 4 get away from us up there in Toronto, and I believe that we can beat Toronto in Toronto, but man, like this is the matchup, one of the matchups that, like as Zay was saying, like these squads are kind of like evenly matched. You know, I don't know if y'all agree with me on this or not, but these squads are kind of evenly matched. And then, you know, I got PTSD. It's easy for one of my Cavaliers to just disappear and go off into the sunset while we in the whole playoff series. And then we got Harding to go with it too. So, man, I want to get confident, but I feel like we're going to win the series. Will we win up there in Toronto? I I think it's gonna be a game 7 in Cleveland, but I hope it's not. And I hope that I'm doing that little switcheroo and we pull it off. But I think it's gonna be a game 7 in Cleveland.
Bro, why is New York beating Toronto, or I mean, excuse me, not Toronto, Atlanta by 50 right now?
Yeah, that just started out bad enough.
Wow.
Yeah, that
What's up?
thing just started off ugly, just off the rip.
Who you got in game 6, Rob?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I want Toronto to beat Cleveland, and I know I'm an Ohio kid, but I don't want them ever to be good when
Oh,
LeBron's
man.
not there.
Huh?
When LeBron's not there, I don't want them to be good. I'm going with the Toronto Raptors because LeBron's not there. He needed to take his farewell tour there, but I want the freaking Toronto Raptors to go ahead and end it for them Cleveland Cavaliers. End it.
Bob, what did Cleveland do to you or LeBron? What's going on here?
I want to always be able to say that my GOAT brought the only championship to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, we just talking about a playoff win, Bob.
What I'm saying to you is this. If they don't win, there's no chance that they can make it to the championship game. So that's what I want.
So you think this is a pretty well put together team then, huh?
Oh, this Cleveland team is well put together for sure. I like the team. I just
Okay.
don't want them to win nothing.
Okay. Got you, Timbo.
What you got, Zay?
Yeah, hey, correction too. I said Schroeder. You know, Schroeder is over there with Cleveland. I meant Jalen Suggs. But man, this one thing I understand. James Harden is on the Cleveland Cavaliers. If Toronto can take care of home court, we do not know what's going to happen on the Cleveland Cavaliers home court. We just don't know. You know, this is history. History repeats itself. We do not know. Donovan Mitchell has not been playing as his top tier self the last couple games, in my opinion. But they have got an uptick in Evan Mobley. But I do not understand or know what will happen in a game 7 when James Harden is on the court. He will go 2 for 17 and it will mess up the whole team. That's the type of James Harden that you see in the playoffs. So if Toronto can win this game 6, which I think they will, because that Toronto fan base might be some of the best fans in the NBA. Like that they treated that game 3 like it was a game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Hey, but they stay outside. My fault.
Man.
They stay outside in Toronto. You right. I agree with you.
Man, that's probably the hardest place to play in the playoffs right now in this first round.
That's why I said it'll be hard for us.
Yeah, but I got Toronto in game 6. I got Toronto winning that game. I think it's gonna go game 7 for sure.
So, guys, I mentioned this, I believe, on Tuesday night's podcast, but I mean, I said Evan Mobley needed to step up offensively, and that's what he did. And to me, if Evan Mobley is going to score like he's supposed to score, I got to go with the Cavaliers. Anything else on this matchup before we move on? No? Which leads me to my next question. Rob, I'm going to jump it off with you. Do you think we spend too much time comparing great NBA players instead of enjoying each generation's great players?
I definitely believe we spend too much time comparing players, man. The reality is all of these guys have either played in different eras, played a different style of basketball. It's too hard to compare them. You got size differences. You got all of these differences, man. I would hate for us to continue to do that. Keep on comparing all these guys when we already know that we should be enjoying their greatness. So I hope that we will stop doing that. And I will hope that it starts with me because I always want to have something to say about LeBron James being the best and compare him to Michael Jordan and Kobe and those guys. But I need to stop too, just like I want everybody else to stop.
What you got, T1?
But Rob won't stop, and he ain't gonna stop because it don't stop. I like how you said it though, Rob, but I'm not believing you any. You still gonna talk about Brown being the GOAT. You still gonna keep it going. So don't do me like that, Rob. Because you know we be battling about that. But yeah, I think we spend too much time on it because we never know. They never played against each other, never will. Different eras, different officiating. So yeah. But that's just good conversation.
Talk to the people. One take.
Man, hell nah, we don't spend too much time on this. Who are we to change history? This shit started in the barbershops, man. We can't change this. This is a part of manhood, bro. Like, this is what men do. We argue sports. We argue our favorite player's resume. We argue their argument. We are the lawyers for the streets. This is what we do, baby. We can't change history.
I think we spend a little bit too much time debating. Like I'm with you, Zay. I think we should debate, but I think we do it too much. Every damn week, it's the debate regurgitates. It's like, oh my goodness, man. It's like, what more can we each say and make a case for our favorite player or who we think is the GOAT? Like, I think the GOAT debate is cool. I just think people use it like I'm tired of hearing it every single day. Like, do we have anything else to talk about when it comes to sports? Y'all got anything else before we move on?
Well,
Yeah, Paul.
as LeBron keeps going, they use that for his debate. So that's a lot. That's why a whole lot of their chatter continues with that debate with the LeBron Jordan, which I think never should have started because I never knew the date when he passed Kobe. So yeah, that's all I got.
I do second that. You got
Hey,
anything one take?
yeah, I just be hoping sometimes Rob hit his head and he just wake up. You know what I mean? Because the LeBron stuff be it be out of sense. You know, I just be hoping he hit his head and came back to reality. That's all.
Well, he sped past Kobe so fast, y'all missed it.
How the whole world miss it though? I could
I
get
don't
it
think the whole world missed
I
it.
can get it
I
if
say
the
Chris
four of us
USA
miss it.
missed it. USA the only ones that missed it.
That's crazy work, Rob. Crazy work, man. I'm gonna move on. Y'all got anything else? No. Uh, one take, man. Is it or no? It's T1's turn. Or no, yeah, it's one take's turn. The one take. Do you think Steve Kerr should move on from the Warriors?
Absolutely, man. He talking about he don't even know if he want to coach. If you don't know you don't want to coach, man, go take a vacation somewhere, man. Enjoy your family, man. Take a few years off. Come back to another situation, man. Yeah, it's time for him to get up too.
Oh, he said he don't want to coach.
He ain't say he don't want. He said he got to think about if he still wants to continue to coach. That's what he said.
Oh, got you. What you got, Rob?
Yeah, I think it's time for him to move on, man. Bye bye, Kerr. Bye bye.
What if LeBron go to the Warriors?
I definitely want him gone. If LeBron go to the Warriors, I definitely want him gone.
He staying to collect them chips.
What you got, T1?
It ain't about moving on. If you go, just go ahead and retire. That was Mark Jackson's squad. Mark Jackson put that squad together. Mark Jackson was a 50-win coach and was on his way to being an NBA Finals championship coach. So I feel like he was ahead a whole lot of that stuff to him. Had some great players in that organization, but he didn't build that organization. That was Mark Jackson's organization. If he did go to another squad, he's not doing much of anything. So I'm going to just leave that there.
I man, listen. I mean, if Steve Kerr is ready to move on or retire, whatever the case may be, then so be it. But so long as Steph Curry is playing in the NBA, I think Steve Kerr should be coaching. Man, T1, trust me, I agree with you 1000% on the Mark Jackson thing. I think he was done wrong. I think that's really his team. Those really his championships. He built that franchise. But so long as Steph Curry is playing basketball, I think Steve Kerr should still be coaching that team. Anything else on that?
Good.
So let's move on, fellas. I'm gonna start with Rob on this. And before I before I ask you this, I actually want to pull it up so the people can see it. But the way too early top 25 came out yesterday for the USA Today. And I was going to ask, who do you think is the most overrated college football team in the way too early rankings?
Where they got Texas Tech at?
I want to say they factored in the Sorsby thing and they had them like at 17th. Hold on, let me see if I can find an image. Okay, there we go. All right.
Why are you still looking that up? I'm going to go with Texas Tech. I feel like this. They're in a conference that is not any good. We saw what they did last year, and they think just because they're spending 3 times as much as everybody else in the Big 12 that they're all of a sudden this fantastic football team. The competition that they're playing determines how good they're going to really be. And they're not playing against overwhelming competition like you see in the Big 12 and what you see, I mean, in the Big 10 and what you see in the SEC. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech. I think they're getting way too much love. Even if they're 17 because of Sorsby, I think that's still too high because they spend a lot of money, but the competition they're playing is not going to prepare them to really be a really good team once we get to the college football playoffs. And I think we saw that last year.
What you got, T1?
I'm gonna say Michigan. Wherever they at, they too high.
Man.
What?
You got, Zay? What you got,
Hey
Zay?
man, I knew family was going with Michigan, so I already had my backup ready, man. I'm going Florida State, man. At 22, we don't know what y'all are. We seen what happened last year. Y'all got to prove to me that y'all done turned this thing around. Why are y'all at 22? Why? And then I got another sleeper team too. Why the hell do we got a non-power school in the top 25 and Boise State at the end? Get them out of here. Somebody from the Big Ten, somebody from the SEC could have been that 2015.
Right.
Which ranking you looking at, Zay?
It's USA Today. That's the one I pulled up. Yeah, it got Boise State at 25 on here.
Really? The one I'm looking at got Auburn at 25.
Well, you know they said today.
They say April 27, 2026.
Bro, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna read them off to y'all. So they got Ohio State number 1, and this is post spring. That might be the difference. I don't know, but post spring they got Ohio State 1, Texas 2, Notre Dame 3, Miami 4, Mississippi 5, wow, Georgia 6, Alabama 7, Oregon 8, Oklahoma 9, Michigan 10, Texas A&M 11, 12 Missouri, 13 Clemson, 14 LSU, 15 Tennessee, 16 Florida State, 17 Oklahoma State, 18 Utah, 19 NC State, 20 Penn State, 21 Kansas, 22 Arizona, 23 Kansas State, 24 USC, and 25 Auburn.
Hey, I'm gonna do y'all one even better. I don't like Ohio State #1. I think that's overrated.
Hold on. No. We're gonna get to that.
All right.
Just give me your overrated one. Which you already did, but
Michigan, just giving Michigan a top 10 off the rip? Nah.
do y'all think Penn State should be ranked this early? Like, because it's like, for me, I think Penn State could be a good team, but they got to show me first. Like, I think they very well could be a top 25 team, but I don't think they should be coming into the season. What's y'all thoughts on that?
My whole thought process on that is, people do their top 25 different. Some people project, some people go as is. I think this is a little bit of a projection because when you look at Penn State's schedule, I think a lot of people feel real comfortable with the talent they probably got on their roster when they line up across whoever they got outside of 2 games. I think that people, when you go into them games, they're gonna be like, Penn State has the better roster, and we know they got Rocco Beck, an experienced quarterback, so and they got a good coaching staff. So I think that's a product of them trying to project, not necessarily from day one what you think when you see these teams suit up in August.
Okay, I'll rock with it. Rob, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I like this Penn State team and the fact that they got a really good coaching staff, and he was able to bring a lot of those players who are already familiar with the style of play that he wants to play, and the style of play that they want to play fits the Big Ten. So I like Penn State where they got them at. I agree with what One Take Zay is saying as well. It's a projection, in my opinion, too. I think that's where they expect them to be, probably at the end of the season. So they're saying that early, way too early, that's probably where they're going to be at season's end.
No, I'm rocking with you on this one post game. New coaching staff, new players, regardless of where they came from. You're gonna have to show me at least a little something. Like, I'm gonna have to. I put you in the 20s, and I feel like if they would have had them in the 20s, even that would have been good enough for Penn State to feel like, okay, we back. They respect us, but yeah, I think that's a little too high to not know what's really going on.
See, T1, but you're gonna be the same one complaining when it comes down to that final college football playoff poll. When these teams start off where they probably was behind the SEC team though, and then they ain't moved where they was supposed to be moved though at the end of the year. You see what I'm saying? So you can't have both sides of the pudding. You know what I'm saying? So you better take it while you can. You better take it.
Now hold up, One Take. You didn't hear me say that I don't love that Big Ten love, and that love that the SEC was getting. But just in all honesty, and you definitely right. I want us to be in a ranking so that we can, have as many Big 10 teams as possible in that college football playoff. But I disagree with post game that's just a little bit too high. Move yourself up, win some games, and move yourself up in those rankings. I'd rather come from the bottom and go up to the top.
Let me ask y'all a question, dude. With the possibility of Sorsby sitting out the season or being suspended for the season, whatever the case may be, do y'all think, because we know Texas Tech plays with a lot of money, they build their roster that way, they probably got a lot of depth, a lot of talent. Do you think having Sorsby out is going to hurt them so much to the point where they don't win the Big 12? Rob?
I think it's going to hurt them tremendously, and they are not going to win the Big 12 without Sorsby as their quarterback. Who are they going to go to? They were banking on Sorsby being the man, and I think without him and all the money they spent, it's going to hurt them. And somebody like BYU is going to win that conference. And I don't even think that the Texas Tech will even make the championship game in that conference without Sorsby. It'll be another two teams.
Okay. What you got? One take?
Yeah, so the timing is real great for Texas Tech. I feel like now you got this guy who probably wasn't whoever the backup is, he probably wasn't expecting to get too many reps. You know, he wasn't expecting to be the starter. Barring injury, he was gonna get those reps if an injury happened. But now when you go into practice for the start of the season, summer practice or whatever, he's getting all reps. He's getting every last rep, and you can guarantee that. You can mark that in the books.
Here's one
So
thing though. One take is Will Hammond is recovering from an ACL.
yeah, it's another red shirt freshman they got. I can't think of his name right off the top. I'm not talking about Will Hammond. I'm talking about the other. I can't think of his name. It's not Will Hammond though. It's a red shirt freshman on their team. But even if it was Will Hammond, whoever the next guy up is, he's getting all the reps. Will Hammond actually played solid last year. I thought he transferred out because I actually looked at Texas Tech depth chart, getting ready for the Big 12 preview that I was going to do. It's coming soon still. But I actually looked at Texas Tech depth chart, and Will Hammond was nowhere on the depth chart. So I thought he transferred out for some reason. I got to look up and see what's going on with Will Hammond, though. But still, all in all, now you to your next man. And let's not forget this fundamental fact. Texas Tech run that janky ass offense too. You know what I'm saying? That janky ass offense give people fits. So I don't think that they spent too much money, and we know their pockets is deep. I don't think they spent too much money on the backup quarterback, but I definitely think that backup quarterback can play. The only difference between what I would say Sorsby and the next man is just reps, experience, actual game plan. So I think it's so much talent though spread out through that roster that they still gonna be the favorite going in. But do their title favors diminish a little bit? Yeah, it went down. If it was 40%, maybe it didn't drop to 26, but it's still probably gonna be the highest out of any team in the Big 12.
What you got, T1?
Yeah, they're done. They're done. He don't play. They're done. That's the easy one. You don't need a lot.
All right, fellas, let's move on. And if you got a team in your mind, I don't know why I can't screen share this, but who is your most underrated college football team in a way too early rankings? If you need to know where a team is ranked, let me know. Go ahead, kick us off, T1.
You know, I gotta stick with who I know about. So, where is USC?
USC is at 10th.
They number 10. I thought Michigan was 10.
No, I was looking at the wrong one. Zay had the right one. That's my bad.
Okay,
the latest one has USC at 10.
At 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that might be okay with him. I'm not too sure with this because you know these preseason rankings are just that, and that's just people's opinions about where they think teams should be placed. So that's a little hard one for me right there post game.
What you got? One take.
Man, I'm going Oregon, man. I think Dante Moore and Darren Mensah is going to be fighting for who the best quarterback. One of the top quarterbacks is probably possibly Heisman. Heisman race out of quarterbacks at least that's going to be up there. I think Jeremiah's going to be up there too. But man, Oregon just got so much talent on that team, man. I'm talking about Finney Jr. at cornerback. You got Jet Washingtons. You just got their offensive line. They got like 8 dudes on their offensive line that I personally know about that because Ohio State wanted like 4 of them or so. So they just got dudes everywhere, man. And I expect them to make a jump this year only because I think Dan Lanning, his nuts get tight in big games. He's one of them coaches. But when you got an experienced quarterback that can sling the rock like Dante Moore, I think you always gonna have a chance, man. So I think they're a tad bit underrated. I know they came in at 8. I think they should be more like 4. I think they should probably switch somewhere. Indiana's 5, so I think they should be like 3 or 4 though.
What you got, Rob?
Man, let me find somebody in the SEC.
Oh my
Where
God.
where's Oklahoma ranked?
Y'all homers, man. Y'all homers all the way.
Oklahoma is 7th.
Well, I can't pick Oklahoma. They should probably be further back than that. Oh man. Give me somebody out of the ACC. Where's Florida State at?
They shouldn't even be in there. They have 22.
22, yeah.
No. I don't know, Post. I don't know if any of them is underrated. I wanted to say USC because I thought USC was in the 20s when you read that first one off, and I was going to pick them because I really feel like with that new defensive coordinator that they have, they got there from TCU that was their head coach and who been off for a little while. He's going to change that culture defensively at USC. So I think this USC team is going to be really, really good this year because they're going to have that defense humming at least by mid-season. So I'll say USC. I think they should be higher than 10.
Okay.
They're definitely better than Oklahoma.
Okay. So my most underrated team in the way too early rankings isn't ranked. And I'm going Louisville, fellas. Why am I going Louisville? The Browns, man, they know how to coach, especially on offense, especially at the quarterback position. And them getting Lincoln Kinghost from Ohio State, I think he's going to fit in beautifully with that team. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season, we looking up and Louisville is in contention for that 1, 2, 3 in the ACC standings. Anything else y'all got on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go one more team. Post, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'm going Clemson. Clemson got Chad Morris back, who was, like I mentioned maybe a couple months ago. He is the guy that actually turned Clemson's football into like more of a spread. He took them out of the power eye. So I think their offense will probably get back to where it used to be this year. And Christopher Venzina. I don't know if you guys seen the SMU game last year. They did not lose that game because of him, though. He threw for about 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. We don't know about him right now, but I think he can. I think he can play. I think he's a dude. So, and they still got 2 receivers that's going to be NFL draft picks in the first 3 rounds next year, and we always know that Dabo's going to have a solid offensive line. I think that offense is going to be solid. I think that defense is going to be solid. I expect Clemson to have a bit of a bounce back year. So at 24, I think that might be too low.
I like that. So you saying Dabo is not dead and Clemson will be back this coming season?
Not all the way back, but a little bit back.
Okay. Rob, what you think of SEC Sean's comment? He said underrated is Oklahoma State.
I kind of like what he's saying because I like the coach that they got and the quarterback that they have, and they playing in a conference where they could make some things happen. I think they're going to have a good roster to be in the Big 12. I like what he's saying. I think they might be a bit underrated. I mean, they haven't been good since they made it to the Big 12 championship game and got smashed by my Texas Longhorns. They haven't been good since then, so they can't go nowhere but up. So I like SEC Sean's pick with Oklahoma State being underrated in this way too early top 25.
Got anything on that, Zay?
I mean, what do you call overrated, Sean? I mean, yeah, they're not gonna be a dumpster fire like they were last year, but they're still gonna be a 5-loss team.
Ooh, he said 5 losses. Ooh.
Ooh, 5 losses for Okie State. All right, fellas. Unless y'all got anything else on college football, no. Let's move on to a little NFL talk. And I'm gonna jump it off with you, Rob, on this. Which rookie, or I'm sorry, wrong one. Which NFL rookie wide receiver will have the biggest impact this coming season?
I mean, I would like to say Carnell Tate because he went to my Tennessee Titans, but I'm gonna go with KC Concepcion, the Browns wide receiver. I feel like he's the kind of wide receiver that you can give him a short route and he can make something happen with it. You can give him a punt return, a kick return, and he can make something happen. If he needs to take the top off of it, he can do that as well. So I'm going to go with KC Concepcion. I feel like whoever is the quarterback for the Browns, he's going to be like a security blanket for them, a guy who they could get the ball to quickly where they don't have to hold on to it very long. He's a good route runner. He's a good player. So I'm going to go with KC Concepcion at the Browns.
One take. Talk to the people.
Hey, big homie, when post game throw that oop, he tell the people when the hand is there. You gave him the hand, but you didn't catch it. It's easily Carnell Tate. It's easy. You know why? Because they got Brian DeBall. He's going to want to justify his pick and picking Carnell Tate at number 4, bruh. He did it with Malik Neighbors last year. They're going to force feed Carnell Tate the ball. Tate going to have 1,200, 7 touchdowns. Easy. Hey, don't steal my pick on fantasy post game.
Hey, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. T-Wine, what's up, man? Which NFL rookie wide receiver will have the biggest impact this coming season?
With I can't even believe y'all asked me the question, but since y'all did, I'm going with Tate. He got a young QB that can spin that ball, and I'm looking for him to do what Buckeye wide receivers do once they get to the league, and that's excel and put up numbers. Same thing Ibuka did last year. So it's Tate easy. And then I got Concepcion in there at coming in at that second place. I would love for him to be able to do big things in Cleveland.
Nobody saying Jordan Tyson with the Saints? Oh, our man Level Up did.
I like Tyson.
Hey, don't slip on Denzel either. What's his last name? The receiver we got, the big receiver, Denzel Boston. Don't slip on him either. The big guy out of Washington, man. Like we got 2 great wide receivers out this draft. That's all I know.
Yeah, even SEC said KC too. I kind of figured some of these names would be said. So I thought about somebody who I thought wouldn't be mentioned. I thought he was one of the biggest steals in the draft. He was a huge sleeper in my opinion. And that's Skylar Bell from UConn. He gets drafted by the Buffalo Bills. You put him with a big, strong quarterback who can get the ball down the field. That plays into his speed. I think Skylar Bell can have a huge season with the Buffalo Bills. Anything else on that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, one take.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like the kid out of Ole Miss too, man. He went to where did he go? Stripling kid.
He went with the first pick in the second round.
The Niners, yup, the Niners.
Yeah.
I like the Stribling kid at the Niners, man, because you know they lost Ayuk. They about to lose Ayuk. I think Ayuk is out of there. So and Jawan Jennings just signed to. I think he about to sign to somebody else. So I think he gonna have a lot of. They got Mike Evans, of course, but Mike Evans still on the back end for real. But I think he gonna get a lot of targets next year for real. So watch out for that Stribling kid out of Ole Miss.
Hey, CJ Mix, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, homie, and everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all to the fullest. Anything else on that, y'all, before we move on? No?
Good.
All right. So my next question is, and I can start with Zay on this. Which rookie pass rusher will have the biggest season?
Don't throw me the oop post. I'm gonna catch it. I'm 5'7" dunking. Hey, y'all know Ruben Bang going crazy in that Tampa Bay uniform. Y'all already know. He the one that got the chip on his shoulder. He the one. Ruben Bang about to go crazy in my defense, bro. Pairing him with Diaby was the best thing we did for real.
What you got, T1?
I'll go with Lawrence down there in Dallas, man. I'm gonna see if Dallas can strike gold with Lawrence and he can have a big season. I would have went with Bang since one take went with him. I went with my second one, and just throwing something out there.
What you got on this, Rob?
Man, I'm going with David Bailey at the Jets, man. All he going to do is rush the quarterback. That's all he does is rush the quarterback. They ain't going to need him to be all that dynamic at run, stopping. They going to need him to rush that quarterback, man. And I think he's going to be really, really good at doing that for the Jets.
Yeah, fellas, I like all these guys y'all mentioned, and I could say anyone. You can go anyone. I wouldn't be surprised if either any of these guys y'all name led their team in sacks their rookie year. But I'm gonna go with Ruben Bang, and the only reason I'm gonna go with Ruben Bang, Zay, is because y'all head coach Todd Bowles said something crazy in the press conference. They was asking him about Ruben Bang's arm length. And Bowles said, you know, Mike Tyson has short arms. so
Yeah, knockout artist.
So I'm telling you, man, I mean, I think Zay made a great point. Like, he got that chip on his shoulder. I think they're going to turn him loose and let him get after the quarterback. So, I mean, all these, again, any one of those guys could lead their team in sacks their rookie year, but I'm going to say Ruben Bain just because I like what y'all coach had to say. Anything else, y'all, before we get out of here? No?
Nope.
Rob, you want to plug everything? You want to plug the website and all that?
Yeah, go check us out at WTPSportsDudes.com. Go check out our website. We're going to be doing some updates to it, bringing you back up to speed on what's going on currently in the sports world. So go check us out at WTPSportsDudes.com. You can also find us on Spotify and Patreon, WTP Sports Dudes 2026. Go check us out and check out all the channels scrolling across the bottom. Give us some play so you can see us when we go live, because we go live just about every day of the week.
Want to take, you got any final words for the people?
Hey, man, hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing.
I like that, man. Well, it's been another marvelous episode, another fun show. I love going back and forth with the guys. We do this, man, and we appreciate all y'all support again. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel for Rob of WT Sports Dudes, for Zay from the One Take Zay podcast, and me post game from Post Game Sports. Peace.
We out.
Low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.